Have you ever felt perfectly fine one day, full of energy and ready to play, and then the very next morning you wake up with a scratchy throat, a sniffly nose, or a cough? What happened? The answer is all around you, but it's completely invisible to your eyes. It's on the doorknobs you touch, the toys you share, and even floating in the air you breathe. We call these invisible troublemakers germs. But what are they really? And how can something so incredibly small make you feel so sick? Germ is just a simple name we use for tiny living things, called microorganisms, that can cause illness. Two main types you probably hear about most often are bacteria and viruses. Let's start with bacteria. These are incredibly small, single-celled creatures. They are one of the oldest life forms on Earth, and they live almost everywhere, including inside your body. Now, it's important to know that most bacteria are not your enemy. In fact, many are helpful. You have good bacteria in your stomach that work hard to help you digest your food. But there are some harmful types, called pathogenic bacteria, that can cause problems if they get into the wrong place. These bad bacteria can multiply quickly and release toxins that damage your healthy cells, making you feel unwell. Next, let's talk about viruses. They are even smaller and much simpler than bacteria. A virus isn't really alive all by itself. It's more like a tiny pirate with a treasure map. It needs to invade one of your body's healthy cells to do anything at all. Think of the virus as a piece of computer code. It can't do anything until it's loaded onto a computer, and your cell is the computer. Once a virus gets inside one of your cells, it takes over the controls. It forces this cell to stop its normal job and start making thousands of new copies of the virus. Eventually, the host cell gets so full of new viruses that it bursts open. This releases a whole new army of viruses, which then travel through your body to find more healthy cells to hijack. So how do these tiny invaders get from one person to another in the first place? They often travel through the air in tiny invisible droplets when someone coughs or sneezes. They can also land and survive on surfaces, like a countertop, a light switch, or a friend's phone. If you touch that surface and then touch your eyes, nose, or mouth, you give the germs a direct path into your body. But don't worry, your body is an amazing fortress with its own defense system. Your first line of defense is your skin, which acts like a strong outer wall to keep most germs out. Your nose has tiny hairs and sticky mucus, designed to trap germs you breathe in. And your stomach contains powerful acid that can destroy many of the germs that you might swallow with your food. But what happens if a few clever germs manage to sneak past these initial barriers? That's when your body calls in its special forces, your immune system. This is a complex army of different types of cells that are constantly patrolling your body. Their entire mission is to seek out and destroy any invaders that don't belong. So how does this internal army know which cells are friends and which are foes? Your immune system is incredibly smart. It can recognize the difference between your own healthy cells and foreign invaders like bacteria or viruses. When it detects a germ, it immediately sends out special warrior cells called white blood cells to fight back. These cells can swallow bacteria whole, or they can destroy your own cells that have been turned into virus factories. The feeling of being sick, like having a fever or a runny nose, is actually a sign that your immune system is in the middle of a big battle. The good news is that you are not just a bystander in this fight. You can actively help your immune system win. The simplest and most powerful thing you can do is wash your hands with soap and water. This removes germs before they ever get a chance to start an invasion. So the next time you wash your hands, remember you're not just getting clean. You're helping your own personal superhero army keep you safe.